It's frustrating to lie down tired and not be able to fall asleep. You feel your body begging for rest, but your mind stays wide awake. It feels like something is off, but you can't figure out what. You followed tips, changed your pillow, tried meditation, turned off the lights, and still, nothing works. Insomnia keeps showing up, night after night, as if it's watching you. And then you start to wonder, is there something wrong with me? But sometimes the problem isn't you. It's the unnoticed daily habits, the little things that seem harmless but are quietly sabotaging your sleep. The way you live, think, and act in the hours before nightfall might be sending mixed signals to your body. While you're trying to rest, your system stays on high alert, thinking it's still daytime. It's not your fault. But there is a way to change that. No medication, no extreme effort, just a simple and intentional routine. Many people associate insomnia with something serious or unusual, but the biggest sleep disruptors are usually hidden in everyday routines. It's easy to assume that poor sleep always has a direct cause, like stress or emotional problems. While that can be part of it, the truth is that small, repeated habits create an internal environment that makes rest harder. The body doesn't shut down out of nowhere. It needs the right conditions, clear signals, and a routine that gradually prepares it for sleep. The surprising thing is that many of the habits that hurt sleep seem harmless. Things like checking your phone before bed, spending hours under bright lights, skipping meals, or watching intense content late in the day. These behaviors, now common in modern life, directly affect the natural systems that regulate sleep. And the worst part, since the effects aren't immediate, you might not realize they're responsible for so many restless nights. But just as those habits snuck in quietly, they can also be gently replaced. You don't need to change everything at once. Start with small, conscious choices. One new action here, a different time there, a pause before bed. Slowly, your body begins to respond. And when you understand what's truly blocking your sleep, everything shifts. Your routine stops being the enemy and starts working in your favor. That's what we're going to explore now. You'll see how seemingly ordinary behaviors are interfering with your rest and, more importantly, what you can do to change that. Let's begin with something that seems invisible, yet is present all the time: the hidden anxiety behind your everyday actions. The hidden anxiety in everyday behaviors. Anxiety doesn't always show up as an overwhelming wave of worry or a full-blown crisis. Often, it hides in daily gestures: eating in a rush, checking your phone every 5 minutes, jumping from one task to another without a break. These actions, while seemingly small, keep your body in a state of constant alert. And when nighttime arrives, that same body doesn't know how to stop. It keeps anticipating the next stimulus, as if something urgent is about to happen. This constant tension builds up throughout the day. Your heart beats faster, your muscles stay tight, your mind doesn't slow down. Even if you don't feel anxious, your body acts like it's under threat. And when you lie down, what should be a moment of surrender turns into a struggle. Sleep requires safety. And if your body feels it has to stay ready to react at any moment, it simply won't relax. That's why starting to notice these patterns during the day can drastically change how you sleep. Doing one thing at a time, pausing to breathe between tasks, reducing the volume of stimuli, all of this helps ease that silent alert mode. Anxiety isn't just soothed with words, but with actions that show your body it can feel at peace. And as that peace takes root, sleep finds room to arrive more naturally. But this also depends on something essential: teaching your body that it doesn't have to stay on all the time. Constant alert, the body no longer knows how to relax. Our fast-paced lifestyles have made being busy the new normal. You wake up to a flood of notifications, rush to meet deadlines, juggle countless tasks, and even try to relax while still mentally on. Over time, your body adapts to this pace. It learns that it has to stay ready at all times. So when bedtime comes, it simply doesn't know how to stop. It stays tense, restless, on standby, as if something else still needs to happen. This constant alertness is fueled by simple habits that repeat daily. Eating in a hurry, replying to messages without pause, surrounding yourself with noise, never making space for silence. Your body gets used to that pattern and begins to treat relaxation as a risk. Even when you're exhausted, it stays switched on. And what should be a moment of recovery becomes a fight against the very speed you lived with all day. That's why slowing down can't happen only at bedtime. You need to build small moments of pause throughout the day. 5 minutes of quiet, a walk without your phone, a cup of coffee enjoyed mindfully. These mini breaks are like practice rounds for your body to relearn how to power down. When this becomes part of your routine, nighttime stops being a wall. Your body gets the message that it's okay to shift gears. But for that to happen naturally, you also need to look at how certain nighttime habits add even more confusion. Innocent nighttime mistakes that confuse the brain. You might be following lots of advice for better sleep and still doing things that unknowingly work against you. These are common habits, seemingly harmless, but they send mixed signals to your brain right when it should be winding down. Skipping dinner, finishing work tasks in bed, watching intense videos, or endlessly switching apps on your phone. Your body doesn't interpret this as winding down. On the contrary, it thinks it's still daytime. These small actions keep your brain active, triggering hormones that keep you alert. The later you do them, the harder it becomes for sleep to show up naturally. Your body functions through associations. If you use your bed for work or browsing the internet, it might stop recognizing that space as a place to rest. And if you end your day with intense stimulation, bright lights, noise, tension, your body thinks it still needs to be in go mode. This isn't about turning your evening into a strict schedule. It's about gently noticing the things you do without realizing. Swapping a few of these actions for calmer rituals, keeping your bed just for sleep, avoiding big decisions or intense conversations late at night. These small adjustments tell your brain the pace has changed. And that smoother transition from day to night helps your body relax. But for that process to flow better, your sleep space also needs to support it. The importance of wake time, not just bedtime. Many people focus only on when they go to bed, thinking that alone guarantees good sleep. But your body learns to sleep well starting from how you wake up. If you wake up at different times each day, your biological clock falls out of sync. It no longer knows when to make you sleepy or when to keep you alert. This inner confusion means that even if you're tired, your body struggles to get into nighttime mode. The path to stable sleep starts with consistent wake-ups. Waking at the same time every day is one of the simplest and most effective ways to regulate your natural rhythm. Even if you've had a rough night, getting up at your set time helps your system understand that there's a structure. The first few days might be tough, but over time, your body will naturally begin adjusting your sleep time. It learns that there's a rhythm. And that rhythm brings a sense of safety, something essential for anyone dealing with insomnia. This regularity creates an invisible track that guides the rest of your day: hunger cues, energy levels, rest periods. Everything starts to align. And with that solid foundation, your body can better pick up on the signals that say, it's time to slow down. But those signals also depend on something that often goes unnoticed: what you consume in the final hours of the day, even while you're still on the couch. What you watch, listen to, and read before bed has a huge impact. The way you feed your mind before bed matters just as much as what you eat. Watching intense content, reading heavy news, or listening to very energetic music in the final hours of the day can keep your mind racing even when your body is already tired. Your brain processes these stimuli as signs of activity and starts releasing substances that keep you alert. That delays the arrival of sleep and interferes with its depth. Many people think that watching a show or scrolling through social media helps them relax. But in reality, it might be doing the opposite. The screen's light, the rapid-fire images, the unpredictability of online content, all of it stimulates your nervous system. And the later this happens, the harder it becomes for your body to shut down. Your mind keeps processing, even as you lie in the dark. It creates a quiet agitation that steals the peace of your night's beginning. Replacing those habits with gentler, more predictable content can transform your sleep. A light book, soft music, a moment of silence, these are ways to signal your body that the day is ending. And when this ritual is repeated, it becomes part of your body's memory. Your system starts to recognize the pattern and gets ready for rest. Still, your body also needs to have used energy during the day in order to slow down more easily at night. The right amount of physical movement helps the body release. Spending the entire day sitting or being still too much leaves your body stagnant, and that directly affects your sleep quality. Your body needs movement to release tension, boost circulation, and regulate vital functions like mood and body temperature. When you move regularly, your body gets the message that it fulfilled its daily purpose, making it easier to transition into rest at night. The problem is, without noticing, many people spend the whole day in pause mode and then expect sleep to just show up naturally. But trying to make up for that with intense workouts at the end of the day doesn't help either. Exercising too close to bedtime can overstimulate your system. The result? A restless mind, a racing heart, and difficulty winding down. The ideal is to find balance, a morning walk, some stretching during the day, or even dancing a little at home. It doesn't have to be intense. Just enough to tell your body it moved, it lived, and now, it can rest. This healthy energy expenditure naturally drives the body to seek recovery at night. Sleep becomes a response to a well-lived day. And that doesn't require drastic changes, just a little more awareness throughout your routine. Speaking of routine, there's something most people do automatically that might be completely disrupting your sleep rhythm: the way you're eating. Your eating rhythm might be disrupting your sleep. The way you eat throughout the day, especially at night, has a direct influence on your sleep. Eating too late, overeating, or choosing heavy foods right before bed makes your body work hard when it should be winding down. Digestion takes energy. And if your system is busy processing food when it's supposed to relax, your sleep quality drops. You might fall asleep, but it'll be lighter, more fragmented, and less restful. On the flip side, skipping meals or eating too little at night can also get in the way. Hunger triggers alert systems in the body, signaling that something's missing. That can lead to discomfort, low blood sugar, and even middle-of-the-night awakenings. Balance is key here. Eating something light, at a regular time, with foods that help produce melatonin and serotonin, like bananas, oats, nuts, or calming teas, can significantly improve how your body prepares for sleep. This dietary adjustment is a gesture of care your body recognizes. When you give it what it needs at the right time, it responds with more ease. And if you pair that with a supportive environment and a slower rhythm, sleep starts to come more naturally. But there's still one detail that might be quietly sabotaging all your efforts: the silent technology that stays active even when you think you're disconnected. Silent technology, notifications and screens that disrupt your sleep. Even when you're not actively using your phone, it can still interfere with your sleep. Nighttime notifications, flashing lights, alert sounds, all of this triggers small moments of wakefulness, even if you don't fully awaken. Your brain stays partially alert, as if it's on call. And that subtle state of attention can keep you from entering the deepest, most restorative sleep stages. On top of that, keeping your phone next to your bed increases the chances that you'll check it if you wake up in the middle of the night, making it even harder to fall back asleep. The blue light from screens reactivates your brain, stops melatonin production, and resets your body's natural clock. Sometimes, a single glance at the wrong time is enough to throw off your whole sleep sequence. That's why setting a firm boundary between your sleep and your devices is a step that's absolutely worth it. Turning off notifications, keeping your phone out of the bedroom or on airplane mode, and using analog alarm clocks, these are simple changes with a big impact. Your body needs to sense that nighttime is truly a pause, without interruptions. And when that pause is respected, sleep flows more smoothly. All of this becomes even more powerful when the end of your day becomes a ritual. Not out of obligation, but as a form of care, and that's what we'll talk about next. How to turn the end of the day into a real invitation to rest. The way you end your day deeply affects how it actually ends. If you wrap up the evening in a rush, distracted or tense, your body carries that rhythm into bedtime. But when you turn that moment into a ritual, simple, repetitive, peaceful, your body starts to recognize the pattern and prepares to power down. It doesn't have to be anything elaborate. A warm shower, soft lighting, quiet music, a moment of silence. These small gestures signal to your body that the day is over. This kind of routine works like a quiet hug. It doesn't demand effort or expect you to feel sleepy right away. It simply clears the path. And when done daily, even briefly, it helps your system treat that time as a natural transition. Repeating those small actions helps your body release tension. It helps your mind shift out of alert mode. And it creates an environment where rest doesn't have to be forced, it just begins to happen. That nightly ritual also becomes a commitment to yourself. A reminder that you deserve to end the day with care, not just exhaustion. Over time, it changes your relationship with nighttime. The body learns, the mind trusts, sleep gets closer. And when all of that aligns, what once felt far away becomes part of your routine, with gentleness, consistency, and no pressure. Sleeping well isn't just luck, it's a habit you can build. Good sleep isn't just about luck or having a stress-free day. It's the result of repeated choices, of conscious actions that gradually teach your body to relax again. If sleep feels hard right now, it's likely your routine is sending mixed signals. But it doesn't have to stay that way. Small shifts in the way you live, not just the way you sleep, can reset everything. Your body understands, responds, learns. All it needs is to be treated with more gentleness and presence. When you adjust your daytime rhythm, your body starts to trust that it can rest at night. It's not about sleeping perfectly every single night. It's about calmly building a path back to more peaceful rest. Anxiety decreases when there's consistency. Your brain slows down when it senses everything is under control. And sleep comes not when you chase it, but when you create the right space to welcome it. These changes don't need to be drastic. You can start today, with just one small step. A change that feels doable to you. What matters is that you keep going, even slowly. Because sleep can't be forced, it has to be nurtured. And when you choose to build a routine that respects your limits, rest stops being a struggle and becomes a real act of care. A care that transforms the way you live, feel, and dream. If this content spoke to you, share your thoughts in the comments. Which of these habits were part of your routine without you realizing? What's been getting in the way of your rest? And if you've already started changing something, tell us about it. Your story might help someone else fighting the same silent battle with insomnia. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. That way, you'll always get an alert when a new video drops, with practical, comforting, and realistic tips to help you sleep better, care for your body, and transform your nights with more ease. Let's keep going together on this journey toward a routine that really works, in your time, your way.